McLaren's rise in 2024 has taken everyone by surprise, and their latest upgrades seem unstoppable. But could their newfound dominance be hiding something questionable? With Norris securing a monumental 22nd win at Zandvoort, the grid is buzzing with rumors. Is McLaren playing fair, or is there more under the hood than meets the eye? Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into the mystery behind the MCL38 and whether the FIA will step in. McLaren has experienced a remarkable upward trajectory throughout 2024, and it appears they've uncovered something the rest of the grid hasn't: consistency in their upgrades. Every enhancement they've introduced to the MCL38 has seemed to work brilliantly, and Norris's 22nd victory at Zandvoort serves as a strong testament to that. However, there are still individuals who feel the legality of the car should be scrutinized and examined further by the FIA. Unsurprisingly, Red Bull is the first team to raise concerns about this issue. Yet after the thorough inspection carried out by Hamilton and Alonso on the MCL38, is there something concealed within the machinery crafted in Woking? And if so, can the FIA step in to address this unforeseen dominance? It's undeniable that McLaren has been one of the most astonishing developments in 2024, particularly when considering that they started the 2023 season as a backmarker team. By continuously rolling out effective upgrade packages, they've managed to catch up with Red Bull well ahead of their projected timeline, achieving this 6 months earlier than expected. There inevitably comes a point when the car's legality will be questioned, regardless of McLaren's opinion. This situation mirrors what happened with Red Bull's RB19, a car that secured 21 out of 22 victories last year. But now, as McLaren establishes itself as the only team to avoid setbacks from its upgrades, unlike Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari, it has certainly stirred suspicions about how McLaren manages to operate with such precision. Christian Horner was the first to draw attention to certain aspects of the MCL38 that he believes differ from the rest of the grid, particularly focusing on the car's front wing. This is an area Mercedes has also examined, particularly the flat front wings that weren't exactly attached to the nose in the conventional sense. If McLaren has found a clever way to extract more performance from this design, it could lead to increased scrutiny of the situation at Woking as 2024 progresses. Delving deeper into this point, I believe the front wing is a critical component where some teams have discovered additional performance. The way front wings are utilized is distinctly different. If you examine the front wing angles of McLaren and Mercedes, they stand out compared to the rest of the field. McLaren has now set the standard in terms of pace, and they've consistently held that position over the past few races. Additionally, Christian Horner stated that McLaren has become the new benchmark in Formula One, and if they continue developing at this rate, they could pose a significant threat to the Austrian team in both championships. This is something even Jos Verstappen has brought to the team's attention, despite his son Max insisting there's no need for alarm. Jos, father of the three-time world champion, has publicly criticized Horner for the decline in Red Bull's performance and urged him to focus on rebuilding a competitive car, instead of being distracted by the greener grass on the other side. It's important to note that McLaren has completely restructured their team, and the arrival of Rob Marshall from Red Bull has brought substantial changes to the leadership of the technical department in Woking. Even Marshall himself expressed surprise at the impressive wind tunnel the team constructed on their home turf. It seems McLaren is the only team with ample time to test their components in the wind tunnel before implementing them on the track. This advantage stems from their fourth-place finish in last year's Constructors' Championship. This positioning grants McLaren more time in the wind tunnel than their competitors, and as Red Bull predicted, the sporting penalty has started to affect them in 2024, just sooner than they had hoped. The upgrades McLaren has introduced primarily address their shortfall compared to Red Bull, notably in straight-line speed and DRS efficiency. We witnessed Norris open the rear wing's flap to Verstappen on lap 18 at Zandvoort, creating an enormous advantage. Furthermore, the MCL38 now achieves a better balance between straight-line speed and cornering, which also improves tire management. This is a challenge Red Bull has faced in 2024, as their car's narrow operating window has led to more severe tire wear on high downforce tracks. McLaren, on the other hand, set the fastest lap on 40-lap-old tires with Norris, outpacing Hamilton's fresh soft tires by half a second in the race's late stages. This could explain why Hamilton closely inspected the car post-race, searching for clues about how McLaren made such a significant leap forward. Before arriving at Zandvoort, Mercedes had the upper hand, winning 3 of the last 4 races: Austria, Silverstone, and Spa. However, they suddenly found themselves as the 4th fastest team at Zandvoort, while McLaren dominated the field. With a better strategy for Piastri, McLaren could have easily secured a 1-2 finish. Overall, McLaren remains a constant threat, and Red Bull will need to take action if they hope to maintain their championship lead in both categories. Despite these advancements, Horner doesn't appear overly concerned about the Constructors' Championship, viewing it as a matter of when, not if, McLaren will surpass Red Bull. But the Drivers' Championship battle has grown more exciting, with Norris now only 70 points behind Verstappen. Norris is driving a car that may face fewer challenges in securing a P1 finish than Verstappen will face in securing a P2 result. Commenting on this situation, Horner added, "We know we have to find performance. We were 78 points ahead, and now we're 70. We need to extend our lead, not watch it continue to shrink." The rest of the grid seems to grasp the broader picture of the 2024 season, as things currently stand. Carlos Sainz remarked that the only certainty is McLaren fighting at the front, while the rest of the field battles amongst themselves for the final podium spot. This presents additional concerns for Verstappen, as he could face competition from 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens, and 2 Mercedes drivers for the rest of 2024. Considering we still have tracks like Baku and Singapore ahead, Red Bull fans have even more reason for concern. McLaren has also weighed in on their plans for the remainder of 2024, signaling they're not ready to give up on the Drivers' Championship just yet, although some decisions, such as the one made in Hungary, could come back to haunt them later this year. Reflecting on McLaren's 2024 ambitions, Stella drew parallels to Sebastian Vettel's legendary 2013 campaign, emphasizing the need for the team to believe in the possibility of a similar run. He stated, "In the Drivers' Championship, we absolutely want to focus on the fact that it's possible. We've discussed it and looked at what Vettel achieved in 2013, and we said, why not us? We need to stay focused and believe that it's achievable." The spirit within McLaren remains team-centric, with no clear number 1 driver. Piastri has mentioned that if he sees an opportunity to compete for the Drivers' Championship, he won't hesitate to seize it. However, Andreas Stella has acknowledged that if the team finds themselves in a situation where the odds are evenly split, they might lean slightly in Norris's favor, given his closer position to Verstappen in the drivers' standings. Still, the team never anticipated being in this position at this stage of the season. Stella further commented, "Favoring one driver isn't a healthy approach for team management, but for each race we analyze the circumstances. In 50-50 scenarios, or when Lando might need extra support, we will provide it. However, we also ensure that Oscar's needs are respected. As fairness within the team is paramount. We're all in this together." With all of this information in mind, do you believe the MCL38's legality should be questioned? More importantly, do you think the competitive advantage they hold over the grid was obtained through illicit means? After all, McLaren is the only team to have introduced upgrades that didn't disrupt the car's functionality. So what do you think? Is McLaren's success the result of ingenious engineering, or is there more going on behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't miss out. Click on the video on your screen right now to catch the latest developments in this unfolding drama. Make sure to subscribe because this season is heating up and you won't want to miss a second.